Hey guys, today we are starting off no makeup again. I've been starting my videos out that way a lot recently, but we have another testing new makeup. I recently got my Sephora sale package in the mail. Majority of these products I got in that sale. There's only two that I got in the Ulta one, so before I ramble on anymore, let's just go ahead and jump right on into this video. The first thing that I have is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Filter Finish Protective Primer. The description on this product says a smoothing balm of pressed silk that primes and makes makeup last longer while keeping it out of skin, helping to prevent clogged pores and breakouts. As we can probably tell, I need that. I have a lot of like stress breakouts in my eyebrows right now. Just got done with finals. A lot of my breakouts have been underneath the skin, so they're kind of like blackheads in a way. Really TMI, but that's just been my skin lately, and your girl isn't happy about it. Now, I didn't pick up like the full size. I only picked up a mini because I just wanted to try it and I didn't want to spend however much it is for the full size. And when I saw this, it's like, hey, so we can see, or hopefully you can. I've not touched it whatsoever. I don't know like the best way to apply this. I'm actually going to apply this on the right side of my face because I have another primer that will test on the left side. So I'm just focusing it on like the sides of my nose. It very does smell like skincare. So I kind of just rubbed it. Now I'm going to press it. It's like kind of difficult to get out. So I pressed into it to get a thick amount. Let's see if that works any better. Yeah, that works better. So far, I'm not seeing like a huge difference in like my skin. It didn't like really fill in the pores that much. We'll see how foundation lays on top of it because that's like the true test. And I just gotta open my window because it is too hot. So for my left side, I have the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. Again, just a mini size. I got a lot of minis with my Sephora purchase just because I don't know how I'm gonna like everything. I like to test products first. This way I'm not wasting so much money, especially for a broke college student. I'm going to pump out a little bit. It's more of like a gel in a way. Ooh, it's cooling. On the box, this is what it reads: smooth pore diffusing finish, extended makeup wear. So maybe I'll do like a check-in at the end of the day. It's currently 1 o'clock. I have to leave in literally like a couple of minutes. So, well, not a couple of minutes, in like an hour, a little less than an hour. So I'll test this. I'll be outside in springish summer hot weather. We'll test it. Foundation. I have the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation, and I picked mine up in the shade Angel Food. How much do you get in here? 1.18 fluid ounces. I don't think this is glass packaging because it's like really light. It says using a pump or less. On the box it says high coverage cream foundation, effortless application, camouflages imperfections and pigmentations. We can test that because and soft focus filter foundation. So this is going to be Snapchat in a bottle. Let's test it. And to test it, I'm going to be using the Morphe highlight and contour sponge, the one that I see like a lot of beauty gurus testing. So I'm going to apply this to one side. Ooh, which side should I do? We'll do Tatcha side first and see how that looks. Actually, I'm just gonna apply this foundation all over. It literally feels like there's nothing in here. So I have about like 2.5 pumps on this like Q-tip thing that a travel Q-tip case that I use. This sponge is a little bit dense, but we'll try it. I'm not gonna knock it before I try it. Picked up a little bit of foundation and let's blend it on the Tatcha side first. It has kind of like a scent to it. This is a pretty good shade match for me. It reminds me of Baby I said that with like the e.l.f. foundation about a year or so ago, maybe a little bit longer. It's a different kind of baby. So picking up that much covered, maybe it's a little light for me. A foundation to be too light for me. Ooh. Ooh. I literally feel like I'm beating my head right now. But just with like the tiny bit that I covered up, whoa. Is it just me or am I giving off like Phantom of the Opera vibes right now? This is a full coverage-ish. I'm not mad about that because it just makes me feel more put together. And I love full coverage foundations, kind of. As long as they don't look cakey, but holy shnikey. And it's not like, not looking too cakey on my skin. And I think I could have gotten away with like 1.5, like 1 pump, 1 to 1.5 pumps, because I just hope the concealer isn't too dark. Oh shit. Look like Casper the Ghost right now, but fixed it with some like bronzer and everything. Actually, I'm not seeing a foundation line, I'm just this pale. And it doesn't look cute because of my dark eyes. Now looking at the foundation on top of both the primers, if I had to choose one, I would go with the Fenty one. But I want to like try like mixing them because that's what I originally was gonna do. I'm loving the way that this foundation looks on my skin at the moment. I really need to conceal my eyes because they're looking a little rough, or I just need more sleep as I drink more coffee. I'm so far in love with this foundation. Maybe I need to try more Huda Beauty products because the 2 that I've tried out so far, I've loved. So yeah. Concealer, I picked up the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. It says it's crease proof. I picked mine up in the shade 105. I'm like loving this whole like situation at the moment. Let's apply this to the center of the face first. This might be a little too yellow, but we'll try it. It's kind of like a thick concealer in a way, but moussey at the same time. This might be a little too yellow for like this foundation in particular, even though I feel like I don't even need concealer. It's just kind of gonna tie the look together, because I feel like if I don't add concealer, the same concealer that I do underneath my eyes in the center of my face, then I just look unproportionate. Are we gonna have a good makeup day? I hope so. Loving the concealer so far. It added even more coverage than what I already had. Now let's get rid of these tired ass sides. Now I am just gonna blend this one eye out first. In case it's a quick drying concealer, I don't think I've seen anyone talk about this concealer, but then again, I haven't been watching the YouTube lately because I have been focusing on finals. Whoo! So far I am loving everything. The difference this makes. And it hasn't really creased yet. I want to know how you guys feel about my makeup so far. Are you guys liking it? Do you think I could have like done something else? Let me know in the comments down below. But now let's set. I picked up a lot of Fenty products just because they've intrigued me recently. But this is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. So I got the lavender powder. Does anyone know what this is? Might have an idea to what it is. This is supposed to fit right on here. It's very wasteful, the powder of like plastic. Tapping powder out doesn't want to come out of the holes because it's just like so stuffed in there. So far this concealer hasn't creased, so I'm gonna just dip my sponge right into the powder and set my under eye and my face. And I think this might actually brighten up everything, even though we are already super bright, kind of. Lavender is supposed to color correct yellow tones. And I'm gonna go in with a powder brush for the rest of my face. Maybe this would be a great powder for like those foundations that I do have that are a little too dark, Ooh, this would actually be a great powder for my Fenty foundation because that powder is actually too, not that powder, that foundation is actually a little too dark for me as is. So maybe this will be a good like one. We're looking very snatched right now, but I kind of do like how this powder isn't like a yellow translucent because it's not changing the color. It's not darkening anything. It's actually working out pretty well. For bronzer and highlight, I picked up the Tarteist Pro Glow To Go because I'm like, I don't need all those shades, and plus I think this will be a good palette, especially for traveling. And I'm going to take the shade Chisel and bronze up. It's going a long way. This is pigmented. Please don't tell me this is what's going to screw up my entire makeup look. I don't have a new blush to try out. Highlight, we have, I'm gonna go into Gleam. Yeah, Gleam I feel like will be like the best one for me. But before I do, I'm gonna actually spray my face. I have the Ofra Makeup Fixer. Maybe like the most giant setting spray that I've ever seen. But I'm gonna spray my face, and as the spray is still drying, as it's still wet, I'm going to apply the highlight. It has aloe in it. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually allergic to aloe. That should be fun. It's literally the second ingredient. That's not a fun spray. Hello. I'm soaking wet now. Needless to dry more than I thought. I'm going to start with this side because it's less wet. Maybe my finger will work a little better. I like this side, but I'm gonna go do my brows and eyes off camera because I don't have anything new to test out for that. So I'm just gonna take some products that I've been using recently or some products that I just want to dip into again. It's just gonna be a basic eye look. I'm gonna do that and then we'll be back. Lips. I have the Ulta Velvet Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Meditate. I'm not using a lip liner today because I'm too lazy. And this has like one of those doe foot applicators that like hug your lips, which I really like. That was really easy to apply even without a lip liner. Really like this lip color, and this kind of reminds me of the Tarte lip paint in Rosé. You have to be very careful because they are going on a little bit streaky. So far, so good. Very comfortable. Look like they're drying a little bit, but they're not sticky as they're drying. Now I'm going to apply the Fenty Gloss Balm, this shade Fenty Glow. I have the shade Fussy, but I picked up this one. This is like the OG, like holy grail gloss. So I'm gonna apply this just right on top, get a juicy lip look. And this is the completed look. Overall, I am obsessed with every product that I tried. The only product I'm not a huge fan of is the Ofra Makeup Fixer, just because of like the spray, the fact that I'm allergic to like the second ingredient. It's not fun. Everything else I am obsessed with. Like this foundation, probably my new holy grail foundation, and the concealer. Love it all. I'm like very obsessed with this whole look. Super daytime appropriate, even though we do have a full coverage foundation. A beautiful glow, glowy skin, glossy lips, perfect for a little daytime spring summer look. Hey guys, so just a little bit of a check-in. It's like 8 o'clock at this point. I've had this makeup on for about 6 hours, but I just need to wash it off because if I don't now, then I won't. And I know that's horrible, but yeah, in my robe. I really like how everything has held up so far. I mean, like lips are gonna come off eventually through eating and drinking, and I eat a lot at lunch today. It's left like a really nice stain and it's worn off, pretty well, and my lips don't feel drying in any way. My skin is like a tad bit oily, mostly on like my nose, but I get oily there anyway. Coverage has held up pretty well. Highlight has kind of worn off, but it's kind of inevitable for me. At least highlight just never wants to stay on my skin. I'm very happy with how all those products worked out. But that's all that I have. If you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel or give it a thumbs up or both. If you guys have any video requests, you can leave them in the comments down below or at me on my social media, which is all under at SassieBeauty YT, same as spelled here, both Twitter and Instagram. And with all that being said, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!